A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. As a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, with that, a lot of stress. He was drinking a lot of caffeine. And it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm gonna shake it up and then we're gonna try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11, so we'll see. Whoo, whoo. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was you know they
Oh,
wrote.
right. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm trying to get myself situated on here. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. There we go. All right. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? Yo, man, it has been an amazing week this week, man. I just released the Hilton hotel review. Y'all go check that out. It's on my page, Katie's Empire. When I tell you guys, it was phenomenal. The time that I spent in Toronto was just it was phenomenal, man. That thing was like a dream. And I got an opportunity to check out one of the dopest hotels I have ever seen. Like that thing literally had everything, man. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get into some of these topics, man. It's gonna be a little bit different. I know you guys are probably wondering where is everybody listening. I figured that most people were going to be asleep around this time, so I did not send them the link, man. I don't want to bother anybody. Most people got families, you know what I'm saying? So again, I don't want to bother them, man. It's just me. Y'all just got me today. So we're just gonna have to rock out with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. So we're gonna go over some hot topics and then we'll get into the other stuff. So Tesla, I don't know. Do we want to blame that on Tesla or do we want to blame this on Elon? So they let go of a whole team, or Elon let go of a whole team, the supercharging team. So the people that was in charge of the freaking superchargers let them go. They lost their job. And I'm like, yo, what the Elon was just talking about expanding the network. And all of a sudden he just let go of around about 500 people. About 500 people lost their jobs. I'm just like, yo, you were talking about expanding, but now you don't let those people go. And I've seen some stuff down in the comments, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A little bit, I'm a little bit worried. Let me check this audio. Let me check this audio. We got some people. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious as to what is going on with that because I actually listened to my boy MKBHD, man. Listen, that guy right there, he knows a lot. He knows a lot about a lot. So what they were thinking, because nobody really has the answers, but what they were saying is, what if it was like this? It was so much competition that they were trying to get everybody to come get on board with Tesla. That way, there would be more money like funneling in or whatever, instead of people trying to set up their own chargers. And if you're plugging into Tesla, again, that's just more money. That's more people kind of, you know what I'm saying, relying on Tesla or whatever. Tesla still being able to control, that infrastructure as far as like all of the charging stations or whatever, or being a top dog monopoly. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you guys. I don't know how I feel about this, man. I would have preferred not. Well, I ain't gonna say not to hear this, but to get news like that, man, I don't know. One of the main reasons why I went with Tesla almost 3 years ago, why I chose them, is because of that infrastructure. Like you can literally go anywhere in the U.S. and you're good, even outside of the U.S. Like again, just traveling to Canada, and it was charging stations like everywhere. Did not have to worry about anything. It was like two of them that was like maybe a mile and a half from the hotel that we were staying at. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. He did say that they're looking to just add or something. It seemed like the wording that they were using. They're just looking to add more Teslas to the charging stations and stuff, or the places that they have the charging stations set up. So I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for that, man. That didn't feel good. That didn't feel good at all, man. But that's why we are working on EV number 2. All right, we're trying to get them sponsors up, man. Get somebody to pay for that thing. All right, so the next hot topic of the day is Gervonta Tank Davis. One of you guys heard about this. So Gervonta was actually saying that he's richer than Floyd Mayweather. at his age. So when Floyd Mayweather was 29 years old, I believe Floyd, or around there, Floyd Mayweather signed one of the biggest contracts of his life. And I believe it was somewhere around like $200 million for like 6 fights, right? And so Gervonta Tank Davis came out and said, listen, I'm richer than he is. Like he's getting a bigger deal than Floyd Mayweather did. And I think that Gervonta Tank Davis uh contract is going to be around 250 mil. All right. Floyd's is like 200 mil. I believe his is going to be like 250 mil. And Tank is around that age. I don't know how old Tank is. Is he 29? Anyway, that's supposed to be his contract that's supposed to be coming out. But the argument that was being made was, fam, you do realize when Floyd got his deal, that was 11 years ago. Yeah, he was 29, but $200 million 11 years ago, is completely different now. Like, I don't know that, but it was a weird flex. It was just a weird flex. But yeah, hey, Tank Davis is still a great fighter, man. Still a dope fighter, man. Will knock your block off. All right, the next hot topic of today is your boy Jim Jones. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim. You out there putting your hands on old people at the airport, fam. What are we doing? But no. So what they were saying is Jim Jones was actually the person that was just trying to keep the peace from allegedly. He was just chilling. They said something about a guy was poking his chest. And I'm just like, yo, what? Yes, a guy was allegedly poking Jim Jones. I don't know if he was trying to, get a rouse out of him or what was going on. But yeah, he was poking at him, man. But Jim Jones, like, man, listen, man, I ain't even trying to go there with you, fam. And the guy, one of the other guys, because that guy that was poking him, allegedly, they said that, the guy did apologize. I don't know if these people be drinking on these planes, but come on, man. We all know, listen, you don't want to pick a fight with certain people. And I don't think, Jim Jones is one of those people, especially because the guys, I think they said that they were older. Like, bro, you fragile. Like, what are you doing? So, and they actually show the tape or the film or whatever, and Jim Jones was in self defense, defending himself. He ended up, throwing the guy down, some escalators or whatever. The guy ended up hitting like a 90-something-year-old man. But after it was all said and done, man, they said that Jim Jones was actually cleared from his charges from the airport brawl. 2 people, man. It was 2 different guys that was messing with that man. Like, come on, man. And then, I guess they asked him, did he want to, file charges or whatever, press charges. He was like, nah, man, I'm good, dog. They were actually saying, like, listen, you should have. Those are probably 2 privileged, 2 privileged Caucasian males that was trying to take advantage of whatnot. You should have hit them for everything that they had, man. Which, hey, man, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, so the last hot topic of the day is a priest. It's about a priest. It's about a priest that stole 40, not 400, $40,000 from the church. All right, a priest took $40,000 from the church. And it's weird, right? Because you're thinking, what I'm saying, he probably need the money for something, what I'm saying? He probably was trying to, book a vacation or spend some money on some new shoes or, something around his crib or something like that. No, this priest actually spent 40K in cell phone games. Let me say that again. Let me get closer to cell phone games. He spent $40,000 on cell phone games like Candy Crush and Pokemon Go. But listen, Candy Crush been played out for years, fam. Like I can kind of understand spending a little bit of money on Pokemon Go because A lot of us had to get them doggone Pokeballs, man, to try to catch some Pokemon or whatnot. But Candy Crush, like, and they said this was over the course of a few years. I don't know if it was like 3 or something like that. But Candy Crush, why are you still playing Candy Crush, fam? I don't think anybody is on that Candy Crush game right now. I could be wrong, because Candy Crush was like one of the most popular games a few years back. Like everybody and their mama and their uncle was playing Candy Crush. My uncle was actually playing Candy Crush. Used to get on my nerves sometimes because he used to rub it in, ask me what level I was on. Like, we ain't on the same level, man. He was putting money into his. All right, I wasn't spending no money on Candy Crush. I ain't gonna lie, I actually did I spent a few dollars on Pokemon Go though. I remember buying. That's bad. I remember buying some Pokeballs. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the topic of this podcast. Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Ah. All right, guys. So the question is the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef over with? First, let's talk about who you guys think won. So, and I actually got into a conversation with the YouTuber about this. I actually, got on this platform, and we kind of went back and forth with it. And I basically was saying that I think that, Kendrick Lamar won. And hear me out why. I think that Kendrick Lamar's moves, like everything that he was doing, it seemed like it was strategic, like it was planned, like he planned to do this. Because if we look at the timeline, I don't even know. Again, I'm not. Let me go ahead and put this out there. I'm not a huge fan of rap. I'll listen to rap sometimes. I'm more of an R&B type of guy, more of a motivational speech type. Like, I like to listen to stuff like that. I just realized, like, that's probably somewhere between 90 to 95% of the things that I consume now, especially my boy Eric Thomas, my boy Inky Johnson, and a few other people that's always putting out motivational speaking and stuff. But yeah, I'm actually listening to that most of the time. I will listen to a little bit of rap or whatever when I'm jogging or whatnot, but for the most part, motivation. So you guys already know where I'm coming from with this. So listening and watching how things kind of played out. Again, this happened out of nowhere. I was like, yo, what the freak are they beefing about to begin with? Like, this didn't make any freaking sense. The beef came from out of nowhere. So I was like, yo, what? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but that Drake and J. Cole track, what's it called? First person shooter? Yeah, again, I don't really get with the rap too much. But that came out last year in 2023, like around November or something like that. And Kendrick comes with Future, and they drop a track. When was that? Was that I don't know. Was that I don't know exactly when that was. I'm gonna have to check the doggone timeline. But it was like months later. I don't know if it was like 3, 4, 5 months down the line. Then you drop a track, and he's aiming towards the guy that made the first person shooter, which was Drake, Cole, and Drake. I'm just like, yo, what? This didn't make any sense at all. So anyway, we get that. And then after that, you got so many people jumping out the woodwork trying to get at Drake. Now that I thought that was corny. Like that, I did not rock with. Like, man, if it's a 1v1, let them guys just go ahead and duke it out for whatever reason. I don't know why, but if they feel like they need to get something off their chest, let them rock. So you got what's his name? Kanye West, that they said been a Drake hater for years. Come out of nowhere and just start, doing the most. You got Rick Ross. Rick Ross was actually funny. Rick Ross stuff was actually funny, man. And you can't necessarily really tell if Rick Ross actually don't like somebody or if he's just trolling. What the? Oh, my bad, y'all. So my lights are automatic. I'm like, yo, what the freak is going on? What the hell? Oh man, yo, yeah. So my lights are automatic. My fault. My lights automatically go off at a certain time. Like, yo, what? Yo, I'm bugging. I tell y'all what, man. We're gonna take a real quick break because that really did throw me off or whatever. And we're gonna come right back to this break situation. Man, yo, I'm over here. I'm like, yo, what the hell was going on, man? Was that me? That boy was bugging. All right, yeah, we're gonna take a very, very quick break, real quick, and then we'll come right back. Again, huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring these podcasts, man. Listen, we appreciate it. I still have not gotten a chance to go through that 5 day thing and see if it really works like that. But um, yeah, man, we appreciate them for that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let this rock real quick. We're gonna see what the man will do. Huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. That's it. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one that they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, with that, a lot of stress. He was drinking a lot of caffeine. And it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time, all right? So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up, and then we're gonna try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11, so we'll see. All right, guys. Look, every time I watch that, I don't know why. Man, it's just funny. That part is crazy. Anywho, let's go ahead and jump back into this, guys. I apologize again, man. My lights, they are smart lights, and they go on and they cut off at a certain time, right? Because sometimes, your boy be dozing off and I be needing them lights to cut off. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get back into this thing. So we're talking about the Drake and the Kendrick beef. Started from out of nowhere, Rick Ross jumped on board and he dropped his record. A few other people were basically, saying that they got an issue with Drake or whatever. Again, I don't rock with that. If you got an issue with somebody, then you take that up with them. You don't wait until somebody else come out and say they don't like them, and then you start. That's corny. That's honestly corny to me, man. Like everybody trying to jump, especially how Kanye West was going about it, man. Like, yeah, we looking to end his career. Come on, fam. Come on, dog. That rap beef don't hold. I don't think it necessarily holds that much weight. Like people are just gonna automatically stop rocking with you because you lose a rap beef. Hold on, wait. Remember Ja Rule. Now let's no, let me stop. Again, so I did want to talk about that, man. So you got Rick Ross, one of the most pettiest people you'll ever meet in your life. And then you got 50 Cent adding on to it, man. Rick Ross and 50 Cent actually kind of chimed in on this thing, man. But yeah, I thought that was crazy. And then we getting back to it, man. So Drake ended up responding, and things kind of got quiet a little bit. Everybody was like, "Where's Kendrick? Where's Kendrick?" And it took a little minute. I don't know if it was a week and a few days or whatever. Everybody was like, he got 42 hours to respond. He don't respond within them 42 hours, then we're gonna look at the next track side eye. So he took a little time. Again, strategic. And after some time, he ended up dropping, right? And they're like, "Oh, okay, that's dope." And so didn't Drake drop like right after that? I want to say, I think maybe Drake dropped right after that, and then not even a hour or a few minutes later, whatever. I don't even know what the timeline was, but it was quick. Like you didn't even have time to digest the things that or the track that Drake had dropped before Kendrick had done dropped again. And then he dropped again right after that. We just like, yo, what the? This is coming from a guy that I ain't gonna say he rarely puts out music, but it takes some time before he drops something. But for him to drop just like that, I was like, yo, bro, there is no way in the world that this dude didn't have one in the chamber. The reason why he took so long, I believe, is because he had something in the chamber. And the way that he dropped it was like this. Drake dropped Family Matters. And then, man, Kendrick dropped like right after that, Meet the Grant. I'm like, yo, bro, like, did he know? Did he know what he was gonna say, or which I think he did. I think he already knew what he was gonna say, and he already had, what I'm saying, his lyrics and everything in order. And so he just played that thing perfectly, man. Played it perfectly. Things kind of went a little bit back and forth. And then I think the real reason, the icing on top of the cake, was the last track that Drake dropped. He was pretty much explaining himself. Like he was on the defense. Like, fam, if you want to, just go ahead and deny it and then go on about your. But if you spending, most of your bars, or it seems like most of the song is dedicated to you pretty much, backtracking or trying to defend yourself, he ain't even got to respond after that. So I believe, my personal opinion, I believe that Kendrick took that, man. Because again, everything that he did, it seemed like it was strategic. And then if we look at the numbers on YouTube, those numbers was eating Drake up. And then they were also talking about Spotify numbers, which I don't really pay attention to Spotify like that. But if you look at the numbers on YouTube, and if you look at Drake's subscribers, Drake got like 30 million subscribers or something like that, maybe a little bit over 30 mil. And at the time, Kendrick Lamar had like 12 or 13 million. But you look at the numbers that Kendrick Lamar's track was doing, it was doubling Drake's. And I'm like, I mean, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, fam. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I know, we're gonna have some people looking at me side-eyed or whatnot, but I'm gonna have to give it to Kendrick, man. I'm gonna have to give it to Kendrick. And to be honest with you, I'm not necessarily a fan of either one of them. Again, I don't really listen to rap that much unless I'm like trying to get a little run in or whatever. And even then, man, I'm listening to some other stuff like what's his name? Look Baby the Baby or whatever his name is. But yeah, I'm listening to somebody like that, man. Something like some upbeat type of music. You know what I'm saying? That's normally what I rock with when I'm consuming that stuff and I'm going running. So anyway, the last thing that I wanted to get into before we get out of here, and shout out to my homie Laderica, man, for putting us on her Facebook page. It was a young lady that gave her kids to CPS voluntarily. We're gonna dive into this real quick. I want people to give people some grace. All right, give people some grace before we get into that thing. I'm not even gonna talk about that pastor thing because I feel like they don't even need to be talked about. About the pastor that shushed that woman. Listen, he was polite with it. He said, "In the name of Jesus, hush." In the name of Jesus, you got to respect that, man. You have to respect that. Hold on, let me. I don't want to necessarily. Okay, all right. It's all good. Here we go. Share that. All right. Can you guys see that? Cool. All right. Again, give her some time, man. In the beginning, she's just gonna be sitting there. I don't know what she's gonna be doing, but yeah, she's just gonna be sitting there. So yeah. All right. Let's get into it.
The CPS building.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of thought it was weird with her recording, putting this on live. I thought that was kind of weird.
I don't even got nothing I want to say.
Like if you're going through, why do you want the live and everything in your business? But she did say if anybody wants it, if anybody wants it.
So
There we go. All right. After a minute.
I was at the firehouse for like 3 hours.
Firehouse.
And I was trying to figure out what to do. And then they called the cops, and then the cops came, and I talked to the cops, and then they brought us up here to Children's Services.
Yeah.
So with that being said, before they take custody of them, does anybody want them?
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
So yeah. I done reached out. No response, no nothing, and I'm tired. I'm over it. I'll let the fuck out of them. But like I said, if anybody wants to take custody of them or whatever, we are up here at Children's Services. I think she about to walk back in here.
Okay, what's your plan for tonight? We're gonna have you sit in the lobby. I've got to interview the kids. So, did the police bring you in with the kids?
No, I drove. I just followed them.
Okay. And they had the kids in their car, did you?
Yeah, they had the kids and the medic with them.
Okay. So if you want to sit in the lobby, I'm going to interview them, and my supervisor's going to look for a plan to see if we can come up with something.
I'm gonna pause it right there, man. We about halfway through. I got a lot of stuff that's on my brain right now with all of this. So I always try to keep an open mind because we don't ever know what somebody is going through mentally. You know what I mean? And we don't necessarily know what people are capable of, when they can't necessarily deal with those emotions. And so, again, I try to make sure that I'm giving some grace, but also trying to look at it from different aspects. Like, you're thinking about the children. Listen, on her end, let's just say, for instance, mentally, she's all jacked up. And potentially, we've seen crazy stuff in the news where people have lost their mind, hurt other people, and then hurt themselves. I'm trying to make sure that I kind of, paint a picture without, trying to do the most or whatever. But yeah, the potential of them hurting someone else, hurting some innocence, and then hurting themselves. I mean, when you think about it like that, man, I mean, it is unfortunate, you know what I mean, that the children are not going to be with their mom, right? But again, it's better that they're with someone else because that's gonna potentially get them out of harm's way if and again, we don't know if it's gonna get to that point. You never know. Um, but in the children's defense, growing up, and I used to date someone that was in foster care, and they were basically saying, "Yo, man, those foster care systems are they off the chain, and they literally mess up so many children. I mean, like mess them up in the head." And again, man, it's unfortunate when those children are put in situations like that. You know what I mean? And again, just thinking about the psychological damage that it's doing to those children when they get into those situations. And is every foster home like every foster home? No. There are some decent places out there, but we all know, children typically do better with, their own biological parents. But we're gonna let her get back into it.
But currently, Aiden
It's
does
just
have
unfortunate.
custody. The police gave us custody. I don't know if they explained that to you.
Mm-mm.
When the police bring the kids in, they give us what's called law. It's
Oh
emergency
yeah,
custody, just because they have concerns. Um,
yeah. Because I'm overwhelmed. My health
yeah.
is like it's I don't have no help with them at
Okay.
all.
So I'm gonna go back and interview the kids, and right now, it's out of dependency, so it's no fault of anybody's.
Hmm.
Um, but anything can change. If somebody tells me something, it could be different. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah. I have a question. I still have like clothes and stuff. Can I bring their clothes up here, or do you guys get all new clothes? Or
um, it will depend. Depending on where they go. If they go to a foster home, they'll provide the clothes. They don't usually take clothes from outside because of bed bug concerns and stuff.
yeah, although I don't have one, but yeah.
Okay, I know, but you
No,
gotta
no.
understand from foster parents.
I would feel the same.
Yeah, if you're bringing kids into your home, you're not gonna always trust that.
And
And if they
now,
have special things like blankets or toys, when you get assigned a caseworker, you can always work with her on that or him, for that. But if you don't mind, we'll go back to the lobby. If you don't mind sitting there, or you want to sit here, it's up to you.
um, it really don't matter, but because
I
this
can
is
tell you're overwhelmed, and I'm
because I
sorry
love
for
them, and this is hard. Like
and I get that.
this is killing me,
Yeah,
but it's for the better. Like
yeah.
it's for me to get my life better and focus on my schooling, my career, my health. Number one, my health, so I don't fucking die because I can't do shit for them if I'm dead.
Yeah.
I can't stop stressing if I don't have help. You know.
And
So
I
it's
get
like,
that.
and it's like the dads didn't want to help me. They wanted to see me beat. I done lost everything so many fucking times. But you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna come back for them. And as far as the whole foster home thing, like will it be open? Will I still be able to like see them, bring them gifts and stuff? Like
what they'll do is they'll set up visitation for you, usually here at the agency or a designation place, whatever the court orders, and you'll be able to see them weekly.
okay, that's even better that I can still.
All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead and nip that right now. But just listening to some of the things that she was saying, man, and hoping that what she was saying is real. Because one thing that I was listening for was, is this temporary? Is this something that's temporary? You're overwhelmed right now. You're going through a lot. She said that she was down and out. She done lost everything, and maybe she just don't want. And I don't know what this young lady's situation is. I don't know her, personally. I haven't went to go check out her page or anything. I haven't did any deep dive or whatnot. This is just me, checking this video out, and again, just hoping that everything that she was saying is real. And we don't know. We don't know where she is mentally. I mean, I did hear some things. I did see some things up under the post when I had seen somebody post this or whatever. But before we dive into that, I do want to speak to, you know, the positive side. Like, hopefully this is temporary. Hopefully, this young lady gets a job, gets on her feet, whatever that may look like, and get I don't know if she's been kicked out of her crib or whatever, man. Because I mean, just think about it. If that is the case, what if she is, you know, she don't have a place to go? And I know we always talk about like women's shelters and stuff, but what are those things are full? You know, again, we're trying to look at this, trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. And maybe again, if this is temporary, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. And let's just say she get her children and they ride off into the sunset or whatever. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully this is just temporary. She'll be able to go back, get her children, and everybody will be good. Hopefully this is not like a long-term type of thing, because again, being in foster care and being in the system, it's like the longer they're in there, the higher the chance that, again, mentally, man, that stuff can really it can really mess you up. And thankfully, I mean, I was blessed to. I mean, I got separated from my family for a while, but that was something that I did. We ain't gonna talk about that. And I was older. She probably has younger children, and being taken away from your mom, man, that's tough. Well, I'm gonna say being taken away from your parent is tough, and just put with people that don't really know you. Whew, that's tough, man. Now, what I did see is some people saying, I don't know how true this is. It's a lot of he say, she say stuff, but a lot of people was up under that post and they were saying, like, listen, this young lady, she went to go party that same doggone night. You know what I'm saying? Like, she went to the club that same night when she was boo-hooing and all that. I don't know how true it is, but that's what people were saying down in the comments. They was like, as soon as she got what she wanted, which was somebody to take them kids off of her hands, she went back to living a certain type of lifestyle. And yeah, man, they were saying toe up. Let me see. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm just trying to read and make sure. Yeah, only thing. Yeah. She went out. Yeah, they say she went out that night after she gave them up. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what time was it, man? She no longer wanted the responsibility. I mean, if that's what it is, man, then that's really unfortunate. So she also, man, we might have to do a deep dive into this thing, because they say she had a radio interview. She did a radio interview about this. Hopefully she went to go get her children. Like, if you doing all this, family, you good, man. If you going on tour and your kids still with CPS, then yeah, I can't rock with that. But they say, yeah, she did a dang on radio tour, man. Social media backlash and more. Again, man, social media, they gonna call you out on some doggone BS, man. That's why you gotta be careful. Again, you posted this online. Man, listen, we're gonna do a deep dive with this, man. We actually gonna probably do a reaction with this video. Y'all definitely gotta let me know what you guys think down in the comments about that, man. Again, I thought that was crazy. But y'all know I always like to end on a positive note. All right. So we're gonna pray for this young lady, but we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Before we get up out of here, guys, I just want to tell you guys, man, we have some very, very important things coming up. We will start shooting my movie, Hustle and Motivate, will start back shooting next week once my brother get back to town. All right. So first I had to go out, leave the states, go on vacation. I come back ready to shoot. And this dude like, bro, I'm leaving. I'll be back next month. I'm like, man, come on, fam. But bro will be back. So we're gonna start back shooting my movie, Hustle and Motivate. I'll be editing, writing, directing, flying drones. I'm gonna be doing it all, man. But I've been trying to get this movie out for the longest. We finally got somebody to play one of the spots. I still need one more spot. I'm still looking for a love interest. If you guys know anybody interested in it, she has to have an innocent look to herself. All right. I don't want any chick that look like she out there shaking booty cheeks all day. All right. I want someone that looks like they have that innocent, pure look. All right. I'm thinking the older, you know what I'm saying? The older I'm thinking like maybe 35, somewhere around that age, like 35. But again, she got to be natural. I don't want anything. I don't want this young lady to, have any other crazy characteristics. All right. So nobody in this movie has had any acting classes or anything, man. This is just people pretty much just being themselves and just doing the best that they can. And we're gonna make the most out of it. We're gonna make a movie, a bomb movie. The storyline gonna be dope, man. I think, because I actually took my life and pretty much molded into this right here. And you'll see, man. We'll probably come out with a trailer. I'll probably start on that trailer around my birthday, which is gonna be July the 11th. Get that stuff done, man. I'm excited about that. Also, guys, when you get a chance, please go check out my latest review. All right, my latest review on Katie's Empire. On Katie's Empire, it's a hotel review. It was with the Hilton Inn Hotel. And when I tell you guys, this hotel was freaking phenomenal. I'm talking about just flat out, just beautiful, man, inside and out. I had a great time doing that review. And man, I'm telling you, this was an opportunity of a lifetime. And I feel like I took full advantage of that doggone thing. And it was a great review. We're getting some really, really good reactions and stuff out of it, man. There was a lot of people that commented up under, gave some pretty decent feedback. But yeah, we're looking for more, man. Listen, I'm trying to get at least 50 comments and 100 views within the first 24 hours. That's it. So it's 4 hours right now. We're already at 60 views and 41 comments. Listen, you can comment BTSD. I don't care what you comment up under the thing. I'm just trying to get 50 comments. It can be spam comments. I don't care. I just want 50 comments and 100 views up under this review. I end up tagging the Hilton. I'll be reaching back out to them a little bit later, man. And I gave a huge shout out to them for allowing me to do this review, man. I had an absolutely great time out there. The room was phenomenal. The place was phenomenal. The city was phenomenal. Everything about that, man. I just had an overall just blessed time. Man, I'm looking forward to going back. This time I'll be flying. We will not be driving again, man. I will be taking a flight out the next time I go out to Toronto. All right. But yeah, y'all go check out that review. I'm telling you, the hotel was beautiful. I tried my best to make sure that I captured everything, gave everybody, what I'm saying, the details and whatnot, man. And listen, we had a ball. We had a ball. Y'all will see when y'all go over there and check it out. But anywho, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, guys. Yeah, make sure we got everything. We said that, we didn't say that, we didn't say that. All right, I think that's it. That's it for tonight. We will try to do more of these podcasts maybe around this time. Man, I actually love this type of vibe, man. When it's nice, chill at night, you know what I'm saying? Dark, we got the lights turned down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We out here vibing, baby. We out here vibing. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Thank you for the likes. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Y'all be blessed, be beautiful, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace. A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress. He was drinking a lot of caffeine. And it turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm going to give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button.